Class divisions have been a defining feature of societies throughout history, fundamentally shaping the social, economic, and political landscapes of civilizations across the globe. The persistence of class distinctions and their impact on societal structures can be traced back to ancient times and have continued to influence modern societies. The origins of class divisions are deeply rooted in the agrarian societies of the ancient world, where the accumulation of surplus produce led to unequal wealth distribution. As agricultural practices improved, some individuals gained more resources than others, leading to the establishment of distinct social hierarchies. This early division was primarily between those who owned land and those who worked on it, setting a foundational pattern for future class distinctions. In medieval Europe, the feudal system further crystallized class divisions, with a clear demarcation between nobles who owned vast tracts of land and serfs who labored under them. The feudal lords wielded significant power over their lands, including judicial rights and control over agricultural production, which reinforced their dominance over the lower classes. This system perpetuated a rigid class structure where mobility was severely restricted, as social status was largely inherited. The transition from feudalism to capitalism in Europe marked a pivotal shift in the nature of class divisions. The Industrial Revolution was instrumental in this transformation, as it precipitated the rise of a new middle class composed of industrialists and businessmen who amassed wealth through manufacturing and trade. This new economic order gradually diminished the power of feudal lords but created new forms of class division based on economic capital rather than land ownership. In parallel with these economic changes were key political decisions that influenced class structures. The signing of documents such as the Magna Carta in 1215 began to challenge the absolute power of monarchs and nobles, slowly paving the way for more democratic forms of governance that allowed other classes to gain political influence. However, these changes were not uniform across regions or even within countries, leading to varied impacts on local class systems. The political revolutions in France and America were significantly shaped by issues arising from class divisions. In France, grievances against aristocratic privilege sparked a revolution that aimed at dismantling old class structures. However, while it succeeded in overthrowing the monarchy and nobility, it eventually led to new forms of elite domination by military leaders like Napoleon Bonaparte. Similarly, in America, while the revolution promoted ideals of liberty and equality, it inherently supported a system where property-owning classes held considerable sway. Colonialism also played a crucial role in reinforcing or reshaping class divisions globally. European powers imposed their own systems of social hierarchy onto colonized regions, often aligning with local elites to manage their colonies. This not only solidified existing divisions but also created new ones that had long-lasting implications on post-colonial societies. The consequences of strong class divisions are manifold and manifest differently across societies. In many cases, entrenched class structures have led to social unrest and conflict as marginalized groups sought to challenge their low status. The labor movements in 19th-century Britain exemplify how industrial workers organized themselves to fight for better wages and working conditions against an increasingly wealthy capitalist class. In terms of long-term impacts, one significant outcome has been the development of welfare states in various parts of the world during the 20th century. Recognizing the destabilizing effects of extreme inequality, governments initiated policies aimed at reducing poverty and providing basic services to all citizens regardless of class. These measures have helped mitigate some effects of class disparities but have not eradicated them. Today's global economy continues to be marked by profound class differences that affect almost every aspect of life, from education opportunities to health outcomes. Despite efforts at reforms and policy interventions aimed at creating more egalitarian societies, economic disparities remain large. In conclusion, understanding why class divisions were so strong historically provides insight into both past and present societal dynamics. While specific manifestations and impacts have evolved over time due to technological advancements and political decisions among other factors, core elements concerning resource access and control continue to influence social hierarchies today. The historical significance lies not just in recognizing these patterns, but also understanding their persistence despite radical changes in society's political and economic foundations.